Hello, my dear student, and I hope you are liking your new subject, right? The social science subject. Like you have studied history, like studying about the past, ancient people, how they used to live, right? And also the political science. So today we will be studying the geography. But I have a question. Like, what is geography? What we will be going to study in this subject? So for this, first we will understand the word geography. So we will divide this geography into two parts. First, we will take the first part, that is geo. So what is geo? It is nothing but it means Earth, right? Which is a planet, right? So if we add some terms with this word geo, what will it become? Let's do it. So first we will put logy, which actually means study. So what it has become? Geology and the study of the earth. When we are studying about the earth, how it is like forming and everything, all the things which we are studying about the earth. If we add the graphy with the geo, then it's becoming geography, right? So graphy actually means writing. So writing about the earth, all this is coming under the geography. Next, what we are adding? Geometry. Okay, then it's becoming geometry, which is very common. Our maths teacher is using, right? So in maths, we basically heard about this term geometry, which is nothing but measuring about the earth, measuring like earth circumference, earth diameter, all this coming under this. Okay, so what I have found, it is quite confusing. Geology, geography, these two terms are confusing. Like the third one, geometry is nothing like measurement of the earth, but study and writing about the earth, it's looking very similar to each other. So let's deal with it one by one. Okay. So geography is when we are studying the features above the earth's surface. Okay. So that is the subject area of the geography. And geology is when we are dealing basically under the surface, like the rocks, under the surface, under the ground surface, in the depth layer, the volcano eruption, the events of all this, which is falling under the surface, all these are coming under the geology. So this is the basic thing which we will be studying. So coming back to our subject, which we will study, that is geography. So in this, our first chapter is the Earth in the solar system. So everyone, like I especially like to look at the sky at the night, right? It looks very beautiful, like the moon, the stars. It's look very beautiful. So what all these things are? All these are celestial bodies. Celestial bodies is nothing. It is the natural body which we find in the space, like the stars we see in the night, the moon, the sun, and the other planet. Oh, all these terms are new for you, like the planet, right? So we will study one by one all these terms, all the celestial bodies. Okay. So starting with the very like beautiful thing which we generally love to see, that is star. So what is stars? Okay, we see at night. Good. Okay. It is actually very big. What happens that when we see at the night, it looks very smaller inside. But actually what it is very big. Then how we see it in the smaller size? Because it is very at a greater distance from us. Okay, there is a large distance between the star and where we are, like in the earth surface, right? So that is why we are seeing the star in a very smaller size. Okay, but actually it is very big. And the stars is very hot because it's have its own light. It is made up of own heat. It's have everything, right? Like the light, heat. It have its light, heat, and it is also made up of different gases, right? So now tell me, give me an example of star. Okay. So star. Is the sun as a star? Like the sun, we are not able to see the sun at night. So how it can be star? It is a star because it is fulfilling all the criteria. It is very big and it have its own light and heat, because the earth main source of heat and light is that only. We get the light source, the sun rays is the light source for our earth. So the sun is the star because it is very big, it have its own heat and light, everything. Clear? Okay. What we see that the stars, when we look at the sky, we can see that there are groups of stars are there. So it forms a pattern. Okay. So there are certain patterns which we are identified and name them. Like this is Ursa Major or the Big Bear. You can see like connecting the star, we are making a beard-like shape is there, right? So all these are a pattern that star are forming, and this pattern is known as constellation, right? So like we have seen the Big Bear or the Ursa Major, and also we have Saptarishi. Like Saptarishi, like it is a 7-star pattern. Yeah. So what we used to do, like the ancient people, or even when during the night time, if we are not able to identify the direction, we can use the stars, the pattern, like identify the star Saptarishi, we will be able to find the direction. Like if we take the northern, the point, the star of the Saptarishi, and draw an imaginary line from it, we get a pole star, and that will indicate what? It will indicate the north direction. So in this way, this will help us to identify the direction. So now I have a question. Like the earth is a star. Like we have studied the sun is a star. Does the earth, like earth is also a star? No, it is a planet. Okay. So what is actually planet? Planet is been derived. It has been borrowed. It has been coming from a term that is known as planetite, which is actually a Greek word. And it means nothing. It means wanderer. Right? So what the planet is having? Does it have its light or heat? No, it is quite opposite to the star. It doesn't have its own heat and light. All the planets is not having their own light and heat. So now is that the planet will be like, in the planet there only be darkness, or every time there is night scenario there in the planet? So like our earth is a planet, right? So we have a day and night too, right? So how this is happening? Yes, this is happening because of the sunlight. Our earth is getting the light from the sun. Similarly, all the planets are getting light from a star which is near to it. Like our earth is near to the star sun. So its main source of light is the sun. And in this way, the planets are getting, all the planets are getting their light from a star because they don't have its own light. So I have given you example of our planet Earth, but there are other planets also. In our solar system, we are having 8 planets, right? So now we have a question, like we have studied the star, planet, right? So like moon is a star or a planet? It is not a star, nor it is a planet. It is a satellite. So moon is a satellite. But what is a satellite? Satellite is nothing. Satellite is mainly revolving around the planet. Okay. So what we basically say, that planet is revolving around the sun, and the moon or the satellite is revolving around the planet. So our Earth satellite is moon, right? So moon is revolving around the Earth. right? So the satellite is revolving around the planet and planet is revolving around the sun, right? Okay, so I have said the moon is the satellite of our earth, right? So it is basically natural satellite, but every day, like there is, we have able to hear that they may a satellite will launch, right? There is a preparation taking place in the ISRO or NASA to launch a satellite, right? So whether they will release a company like a moon satellite? No, it is a natural satellite. So the satellite we are making artificially, it is basically a man-made satellite. So there are two type of satellite: natural, that is we are having moon, and there are other satellite which humans are making it, that is the man-made satellite. Like we have for our education, we have education satellite, that is EduSat. Okay, so in this way, for different purposes, like for information, for communication, we have different satellite. There are a number of satellite that is revolving around the earth. Here, okay, so now we have another celestial body, that is asteroid. So what is asteroid? It is very teeny bodies, like compared to the sun, even the planet, it is very smaller in size, right? As you can see in this image, that it is a planet, and around it, what is happening? There are some surrounding it. There are some particles, or there are some bodies. This bodies is nothing but it is asteroid. So asteroid is again like similar to the planet and everything. It is moving around the sun, right? And we basically find this asteroid in the belt on the orbit of the Mars and the Jupiter, which is the planet, right? Different like the other planet falling in our solar system. So in this orbit, in their orbit, we mainly find this asteroid. Next celestial body is meteoroids, right? So meteoroid is again a small piece of rock which we mainly found, but again it is revolving around the sun, right? So this is the meteoroids. So what is meteoroid? Have you seen any falling star? Toota hua tara? Okay. Do you think that is a star? Because what we have studied, the star is very big in size. So it is not a star, it is basically the meteoroids. So due to some collision or friction, what happened? That it falls our Earth surface, coming near to the Earth surface, and due to some action, it like looks like that there is a star falling. So that is the shooting star, right? And when if it reach the ground surface, then it will create a hollow, right? So this Toota hua tara, or the shooting star, or the falling star is nothing but it is a meteorite. So what I have studied, that in the asteroid and the meteorite, this looks like the word is sounding similar, and also what the meaning is similar, that the teeny body particles, rock particles, which is revolving around the sun. So what is the difference between these two? Right, the asteroid and meteoroid. Okay, the difference is that meteoroid is broken particles from the asteroid. Asteroid will be bigger in size, and from it, with time, what is happening? The particles is breaking, like broken pieces is coming out, and then it is becoming more smaller inside, and that is the meteoroids. Clear? So this is the basically the difference in the asteroid and the meteoroid. Okay, the galaxy. So what is galaxy? We have studied all these celestial bodies, right? So it is also a celestial body. What is the galaxy? It is nothing but a group of stars. There are many like stars, or what I can say, there is dust and the gases are there, different gases are there, and all these are forming a galaxy which is larger. It is much more bigger than everything, like the solar system is coming within it. Okay, within this Milky Way galaxy. So in this, there are like Milky Way galaxy, there are many more galaxies are there. Millions of galaxies are there in the universe, and all the galaxies are forming and creating a universe, right? So this is what a galaxy, and our galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy, right? And with this, we have learned all the celestial bodies, starting from the star, planet, satellite, asteroid, meteoroid, and the galaxy, right? So next, in the next class, we will study our solar system and what are the things, or what are the celestial bodies we find in our solar system. Thank you, class. Hope you enjoyed this class and able to understand every concept easily. Thank you, class.